Standard 15B states, I can describe the changing relationship between the federal government and private business, including the growth of free enterprise and cost and benefits of laissez-faire. So here you have to understand or be able to describe what's happening between the federal government and private business. So you have to know that the free enterprise system is basically it encourages the growth of entrepreneurs and people starting new businesses. It's based off of consumer demand. So it's basically being able to produce goods or services that people are wanting to purchase. So the free enterprise system is about making profit and money. You need to know that during this time period, during the Gilded Age, it's a laissez-faire type of approach to businesses. So the government really does not regulate or say much about what businesses are doing. So the businesses kind of have control of what's going on. The cost of this is it reduces regulation, but can cause corruption. So this is where you have the corrupt, you have people that are running businesses basically running the government as well. So they're looking out for the best interest of businesses rather than the people. Benefits, it allows for the market to govern itself. So basically, people can develop goods and services that people are willing to buy, and supply and demand will basically lead the free enterprise system. So the questions that you have here is question 9. You have this cartoon, you have these political bosses that are back here, and then you have smaller people that are down here. And these are basically your government here, and then you have your business owners, your political bosses, your entrepreneurs and stuff that are back here. And it says this cartoon, The Bosses of the Senate, was published in 1889. What is the viewpoint of the artist? Is it A, trust mainly compete against one another for profits? B, trust have been subjected to unfair regulation by Congress? C, trust have too much influence over the United States Senate? Or D, trust play an essential role in promoting American economic growth? So the correct answer for this one is C, trust have too much influence over the United States Senate. When we're referring to trust, these are basically the monopolies or the business owners. So the correct answer is you can see that they're really big back here and they're basically influencing the Senate down here. So the correct answer is that trust or the monopoly or the business owners have too much influence over the United States Senate. And if you look at this cartoon, it says trust across the stomachs of each one of these bigger white men that are back here because that's what they are. They're business owners during this time period. Uh, A is incorrect because it says trusts mainly compete against one another for profits. There's no competition here you can see. And during this time period, you have monopolies. So there's basically very little competition. And that's not what this image is showing. B is incorrect. Trusts have been subjected to unfair regulation by Congress. You can clearly see that Congress is not regulating the big business or the trusts back here. The trusts are regulating pretty much the Congress. D is also incorrect. Trusts play an essential role in promoting American economic growth. So here, basically, they're looking out for themselves and their business more so than they're looking out for the social welfare of the people as a whole. So this is where you get that social class divide where the wealthy are looking out for the wealthy and the poor are looking out for the poor. Your next question on the test was question 14, and it states, which of the following was a benefit of the laissez-faire policies practiced by state and federal governments during the Gilded Age? Laissez-faire being hands-off policies of the government with business. And so you're trying to find the benefit of having laissez-faire policies during this time period. Is it A, businesses avoided corruption by following their own code of ethics? B, many American industries such as railroads, steel and oil achieved rapid growth? C, business owners helped pay for many of the expenses of government? Or D, businesses were motivated to provide good pay and fair working conditions to their employers? The correct answer is B, many American industries such as railroads, steel and oil achieved rapid growth. You're looking for the benefit, so a good thing. So if you are those industries, it was good that you had rapid growth because you're making money. So the correct answer is B. A is incorrect because businesses avoided corruption by following their own codes of ethic. Actually, because they followed their own codes of ethic, it caused corruption. So this is incorrect. C, business owners help pay for many of the expenses of government. Business owners were not really paying for the expenses of government. They were basically paying for low wages for their workers, but they were paying for to basically increase their profits as business owners. D is incorrect. Businesses were motivated to provide good pay and fair working conditions to their employees. During this time period, remember, we have labor unions that emerged because of the bad working condition or the harsh working conditions and the low wages. So businesses are not trying to provide that for their workers, and that's why they had to eventually start fighting for those conditions to be improved.